What's up? It's your boy Carcino here for Screen Fiend. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget, I'm going to give it to you in the rawest form all the time. Now here we're talking about Den of Thieves. Den of Thieves is made from one of my favorite movies of all time. It's like a reenactment almost of Heat. It's inspired largely by this movie Heat, with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino the first time they shared the screen together at the same time. As Michael Mann film, it's a classic, and like I said, it's one of my favorite films of all time. I love the way it was shot, everything about it. Now, Den of Thieves. Let's go into that. Well, Den of Thieves, like I just was telling you, they start off in the beginning. You don't really know too much about anybody yet, but you see them do a bank heist, or not even a bank heist, but an armored truck heist outside of a donut shop. And from that point on, the movie starts to develop as into what they're trying to do. And it's this group called the Outlaws, and what they call themselves, versus the renegade detective squad led by Gerald Butler. You know, these are the hard knock guys. They come in and do the job that other detectives don't do. They're basically a licensed kill squad. So those guys are like brothers in arms, just like that crew, those outlaw crew. So the leader of their crew is a very intelligent guy, military minded, accurate shooter with a pistol, and driven. Now, early on, when you're seeing the two menangle each other and try to get close to each other, the editing job or the directing job, the transition wasn't as smooth, especially as Heat. Well, you can't really compare it as Heat, so I have to stop doing that and just view it as a film. As a film, the editing was very choppy. They kept jumping from scenes really quick to try to give you some insight or some background on each character. And it didn't kind of hit at first early on in the film, but it got better as the film went on. And it says, okay, now it's flowing better. Other people, I mean, the general public is not going to notice any of this. All you're going to notice is how that automatic firing sounds. It sounds like you are really there getting shot at by rounds. That's how the rounds sound when they're shooting in this film. It sounds real. You're hearing shells hit the ground. You're hearing everything. This is a great action movie that don't have superheroes. Who would have thought you could make a great, gritty action movie without superheroes? Today's times, they really don't know how to do that well. American Assassin was great. I would say that was a good one too. But back to this film, Gerald Butler produced it. Like 50 Cent, a lot of people, 50 promoted this like crazy, but I don't even think he produced it. He was just in the film and he barely said anything in the movie. Any clip you see 50 Cent talking is probably the extent of his dialogue through the film. He probably had 1 page of dialogue through the entire film. He barely spoke. And if he did, it was normally one word besides the one stance he had with his family. But there's scenes he's just there, standing there, while everything is going down. O'Shea Jackson, he had a pretty important part to play in this film. I won't give anything away in this film, but The parts he played was very key, very vital for him to play the role that he did, and so did the entire crew. But you kind of, all the characters you've seen, they got Cheddar Bob in there, and he played basically Cheddar Bob. And that was it. I liked the ending, and from the midpoint to the end, I felt like it flowed a lot better than the rest of the movie did, from a editing standpoint. You know, the action was legit. It wasn't nothing out of the ordinary. It was smart. And I'll give it 3 stars out of 4. Definitely, for Den of Thieves. It's your boy Carcino. I'm out.